loves for this look, we're gonna start off with a clean face and a step that I never skip, and that is primer. Next, I'm taking my favorite foundation, that's the Smashbox Studio 24 Hour Wear. I did mix it with a little bit of Estée Lauder Doublewear, and with my flat brush, I'm spreading it all over my face. I do like a more full coverage foundation, and that's exactly the look that you'll get with those. Next, I'm taking my Real Techniques Beauty sponge. I was gonna say beauty blender, but same thing, honestly. This is my favorite sponge because it's got a flat side and it also has a pointy side to be able to get under the eyes and get really precise with your blending. Blending is the most important part of makeup, and you're gonna see throughout this tutorial, I blend till my hands fall off. Next, I'm taking my favorite concealer at the moment, and that's the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Sand. This foundation has really become #1 for me. A lot of people love Tarte Shape Tape, and I love it too. It's definitely one of my favorites, but for me, this surpasses that because it has that same coverage, but a little more lightweight, so it's not as heavy and cakey on the skin. Now I'm gonna blend it all, and the step that I did before this was I let the concealer dry a little bit before blending, and that helps to get a more full coverage look because you're letting that product set on your skin before blending it out. Next, I'm taking my translucent powder at the moment. First things first, I'm gonna go over the parts that I already blended where my concealer was, just to make sure there are no creases. I'm gonna take this setting powder and put it all over my face. I start off with the spots that I put my concealer first, and then I go over my entire face with it. This powder is a good alternative to the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is my ultimate favorite. But you know, quarantine, running out of everything. Next, I am taking this contour shade from Anastasia, and I am pushing the product into my skin. I'm kind of just using patting motion, getting it in my hairline, all over the perimeter of my face, and the hollows of my cheek. Contour and bronzers help to shape your face and bring back the warmth and the natural shadows that we kind of eliminated with the foundation. I'm going to take some on my jawline and bring it a little down the neck as well. I'm also going to do the tip of my nose and the sides of my nose. I tend to use the same brush to do this, but I tend to pinch the sides of my brush and do it that way. Just easier, saves time for me. Next, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and blend out the bronzer. I'm going to use swirling motions and just make sure it's all blended into my skin. Here I'm taking my Morphe bronzer, which is a little bit warmer, and it's going to bring a little more warmth to my skin. I'm going to set the sides of my nose with a little bit of translucent powder so it looks a little more snatched, and I'm going to take a smaller blending brush to blend it out. Alrighty, our face is all done. Let's move on to the eyes. On an everyday basis, I don't go crazy with my eyeshadow. Bronzer in my crease is enough for me. It contours my eyes and brings a little warmth and color so my eyes don't look so bare. I start on the outer corners of my eye and bring it into the inner corner of my eye using swirling motions and windshield wiper motions to make sure it's blended out perfectly. You don't want your eyeshadow to look too harsh or to have any lines. You want it to look blended and diffused. Like I said, blending is super important in makeup, so I'm going to blend out my nose a little bit more because I thought it looked a little harsh, as well as the rest of my bronzer. Since eyebrows do take the longest to do, I plan on doing another video for you guys, so I did them off camera. Next up is one of my favorite steps. I'm taking my favorite highlighter, which is a collab from Anastasia and Amrezy. Using a small fan brush, I'm going to take this down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, the high points of my cheeks, and a little on my chin. You pretty much want to put highlighter where the light would naturally hit your face. This will bring a healthy glow to your face. Another step that I never skip is putting that highlighter on the inner corners of my eyes as well as my brow bone. Gonna blend out that brow bone so it doesn't look too harsh. I'm also gonna go in with my spoolie to brush out the hairs on my eyebrows. Again, do not mind my quarantine eyebrows. I cannot wait till we can get them done again. And a little cotton candy break because the ice cream truck did come by and I love me some cotton candy. I keep saying every step is my favorite, but this one probably is my ultimate favorite. I love eyeliner. It might be easier for you guys to watch how I do it instead of me trying to explain it, but I use gel liner with a small detailed brush. I do start off with making the line for the wings first, and I tend to use a powder puff to gently tug my eye. Not crazy because you don't want to get wrinkles. Alrighty, and now that the eyeliner looks good, I'm gonna get my other eye done. And next, I'm gonna take my bronzers that I used on my eyes and on my face, and with a small flat eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna get some mascara on my top lashes and my bottom lashes. You cannot forget the bottom lashes, super important. Alrighty, I popped my lashes on off camera, and now I'm going to get to my lips. Using my KKW lip liner, I'm going to contour and line my lips. Next, I'm using this Kiko lip liner to fill it all in. I love making my own lippies, so I do tend to mix different colors to get the shade that I want. I'm going to take this Revlon lipstick from their new line and use that as well. And you'll see in these next few clips, I tend to go back and forth with my lip liner to make sure that that color isn't lost. Next, I'm taking a liquid lipstick from Anastasia in Stripped and putting that kind of towards the center of my lips. And I'm going to pat that with my finger to blend it in. And I do love my glossy looks, but today I did go for a matte look. Next, I'm taking my gel liner again and I'm going to tight line my upper and lower waterline. This takes a little bit of practice because it is a little uncomfortable, but once you get it down, it isn't that bad. I'm taking some blush. I do tend to smile so I can focus the blush on the apples of my cheeks, and then I take a different brush with no product on it and blend it all out. Back in with my bronzer brush just to make sure I don't lose that color, and my highlight. Make sure everything is blended. Now I'm going to take 2 setting sprays. First one is the Morphe Continuous Spray, which helps to melt all the product into your skin and kind of get rid of that powdery look. My other favorite is the Max Fix Plus for this step too. Then I'm taking Urban Decay's All Nighter to set the makeup in place, and then I use my little fan to dry it down. Alrighty, my loves, now it's time to get my hair right, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.